So, hello everyone. I am Karthik KV, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering from AJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. So, last class we already discussed about the solar power, different solar power we already seen. So, first one is photovoltaic, solar pond, and hydropower, wind power, nuclear power. We already studied. Along with that, liquid flat plate collector and flat plate collector. What is that? How it works? Everything we studied. Today's class will discuss about the thermodynamics. So that is also very important, that concept. So in this concept it is there the first law of thermodynamics, second law of thermodynamics, third law of thermodynamics, as well as zeroth law of thermodynamics, and the basic concepts of thermodynamics. So what is that thermodynamics, why it is required, everything we are going to study in this class. Okay. So now, what is thermodynamics? So thermo is nothing but heat. Okay. Dynamic is nothing but power or motion. Okay. So transfer. Okay. Thermal is nothing but heat, and dynamic, thermodynamic, right? Dynamic is nothing but power or transfer. So heat transfer process is called as thermodynamics. Heat transfer process, or this with the help of heat power, is called as thermodynamic process. It is a branch of physics that studies the effect of changes in temperature, pressure and volume on physical system at the macroscopic scale. Okay, so thermodynamic is nothing but heat transfer process. There are different heat transfer processes there. So what are those? So first one is conduction, convection and radiation. So different temperature changes, exchange take place. Okay, so that we'll discuss in later classes. So what is conduction, what is convection, and what is radiation? Conduction, I think already told, I already mentioned in the previous class. So conduction is nothing but the heat exchange take place between two solid surface when they are contact with each other. That is nothing but conduction. Okay. So next, so I hope all of you understood what is the thermodynamic. So thermodynamic is a thermal is nothing but heat, and dynamic is nothing but power or transfer. Is a branch of physics that studies the effect of changes in temperature, pressure, and volume on physical system at the macroscopic level. Okay. So next, thermodynamic system is nothing but what? So thermodynamic system. So we already studied what is the thermodynamics. So now we'll study the what is thermodynamic system. Okay, it is defined as a quantity of matter or region in space chosen for study. Quantity of matter or region in space, some space you have to chosen for the studies. So studies is nothing but how much temperature is there in that body and how much temperature is there outside the body, like that we have to study. So choose some space for the study, that is nothing but thermodynamic system. So it is defined as a quantity of matter or region in space chosen for studies. Okay, that is called as thermodynamic system. So thermodynamic system is a quantity of matter, one space you have to chosen for studies. Okay, for studies is nothing but changing temperature, how temperature will be changes, how pressure will be changes in that space, how volume will be changes of that particular system. We'll study that system is called as thermodynamic system. Okay, so it is defined as a quantity of matter or region in space chosen for studies. Okay, that is called as thermodynamic system. So consider, I will show you so how to so consider, this is one thermodynamic system. Okay, thermodynamic system, anything, okay, any shape, it may be in any shape. Okay, so it is a thermodynamic system. Okay, next, the mass and region outside the system, the mass and region inside the system, that is called as thermodynamic system. The mass and energy outside the system is called as surrounding. So outside the system, this is called as thermodynamic system, right? This is called as thermodynamic system. Outside the system is called as what? Surrounding. Okay, outside the system is called as surrounding. Okay, then one imaginary surface that will separate system as well as surrounding. Okay, that is called as what? Boundary of a system. Okay, this is called as boundary. One imaginary surface that will separate system as well as surrounding. Inside is called as thermodynamic system, outside is called as surrounding. So one imaginary surface that will separate system as well as surrounding is called as boundary of a system. Understood? Okay, so it is a matter, region in space, quantity of matter or region in space chosen for study, that is called as thermodynamic system. So outside the system is called as surrounding. So then the one quantity of matter uh, or imaginary surface that will separate system as well as surrounding is called as boundary, is called as boundary. Okay, next types of thermodynamic system. We'll see the types of thermodynamic system. That is nothing but closed system. So closed system is nothing but what? Closed system. So there is no open here. The closed system. So it is consists of a fixed amount of mass and no mass can crosses the boundary of a system. Okay, but only energy can be transfers take place between system as well as surrounding. So consider one room example. Okay, consider one room example. In that room, so everything is closed. Okay, so including door, window, everything is closed. So mass is nothing but the students inside the class. That is nothing but mass. Okay, so you can't go outside from the room. Why? Because all door, windows, everything is closed. Okay, but temperature of the room can crosses the boundary of the system. Temperature of the room can interacts with the surrounding. Okay, by little bit leakage or because of that contact take place between the surrounding as well as inside temperature. Temperature can interact take place. So temperature is nothing but energy. Energy can interaction take place between system as well as surrounding, but you can't go outside from the room. U is nothing but mass. Okay, so that is nothing but closed system. Okay, so it consists of fixed mass and no mass can cross the boundary of the system, but energy can crosses the boundary of the system. That is called as closed system. Okay, so next, open system. So this is called as open system. Okay, so here the gap is there. So here there is both mass and energy can crosses the boundary of the system. This is called as boundary. Both mass as well as energy can crosses the boundary of the system. That is called as, what is that? Open system. Both mass as well as energy can crosses the boundary of the system is called as what? Both mass as well as energy can crosses the boundary of the system. So it is called as what? Open system. Okay, next one more system is there. So that is nothing but isolated system. Isolated system is nothing but neither mass nor energy can crosses the boundary of the system. That is called as isolated system. These are the three types of thermodynamic system. First one is closed system. In that closed system, mass cannot crosses the boundary of the system, but energy can crosses the boundary of the system. Here open system, both mass as well as energy is nothing but door is open in your room, so you can go outside. Along with that, temperature of the room is also can go outside from the system. So that is nothing but open system. Both mass as well as energy can crosses the boundary of the system. Next, isolated system. This is called as open system. Then isolated, neither mass nor energy can crosses the boundary of the system. That is called as isolated system. Okay, next we'll see the properties of a system. So what are the properties of a system? Okay, so different properties there. First one is intensive property and extensive property of a system. Okay, intensive property as well as extensive property of a system. Intensive property is nothing but independent of the size of the system. Such temperature, example for temperature, pressure and density, independent of the size of the system. We don't know and it is not required to measure the size of the system. Okay, so consider if you we want the temperature of the body. Okay, so for a smaller boy also the temperature may high. For a younger elder boy the temperature may also high or lower. So it is not depends on the size of the system. So intensive property is nothing but independent of the size of the system. That is nothing but intensive property. So thermodynamic property. So that is nothing but two different types, intensive property as well as extensive property. Intensive property is nothing but independent of the size of the system. Example is temperature, pressure as well as density. Okay, next, extensive property of a system. What is that extensive property? It is depends on the size of the system. Okay, so the value depends on the size of the system, such as mass, volume and total energy. These are all everything. So it is depends on the size of the system. Okay, so the bigger uh, uh, elder boy, the weight is very high compared to younger boy. So like that, it is depends on the size of the system. If it is elder, is nothing but the mass is higher. If it is younger, is nothing but mass is less. So that is nothing but extensive property of a system. Okay, understood? So intensive property is nothing but independent of the size of the system. Extensive property is nothing but dependent on the size of the system. Okay, I is nothing but intensive property. Extensive property, it is dependent of the size of the system. Okay, next, specific property of a system. So specific property is nothing but the extensive property per unit called specific property. The specific property is used to define as a density. Give example. I will give the example of density. Density is equal to mass by volume, right? Similarly, the specific volume, it is denoted by small v. Specific volume, it is denoted by small v, and specific energy, it is denoted by small e. Okay, so it is the ratio of capital V divided by m. Okay, it is the ratio of capital divided by m. The specific volume is denoted by small v. Small v is equal to capital V divided by mass. So what is that? So actually specific volume is small v, is the ratio of actual volume divided by mass. The what is the unit of specific volume then? So actual unit of volume is meter cube divided by, and mass unit is kg. So the specific volume unit is meter cube per kg. That is a unit of specific volume. So meter cube per kg. Understood? So next, specific energy. Specific energy is the ratio of actual energy divided by mass. Okay, actual energy divided by mass. I hope all of you understood what is that specific property. Then we'll see what is that macroscopic. What is that macroscopic and microscopic? This is macroscopic, right? Such a property which can be measured by simple instrument. Okay, with the help of simple instrument and sensed by human eyes. That is called as macroscopic property. Okay, so we can sensed by human eyes are known as macroscopic properties. Such a property which cannot be sensed by human eyes, and are observed at the molecular level, with the help of some instrument, microscopic instrument, we have to check that type of, it is not sensed by a human eyes, then it is called as microscopic property. Okay, so that I understood, right? The difference between macroscopic as well as microscopic. Microscopic, it is not sensed by eye. Macroscopic, we can sensed by eye only. Okay, next we'll see the state of a system, the thermodynamic state. Okay, so state is nothing but what? So state of a system is nothing but which will be described by its property. So state of a system is described by its property. At a particular state, that state point will indicates the what is the property of a particular system. Okay, so state point is nothing but at a particular state point. So this at this point, this is one state. Okay, state point. At this point, the property of a system is pressure is P1, volume is V1. At a second state point, this is a second state point. At this state, the pressure is P2 and volume is V2, like that. So the in a particular state point, system which will be described by its property. Okay, system which will be described by its property, that is called as state of a system. I hope all of you understood. In a particular state point system which will be described by its properties. Okay, for a particular state point, so this is the one of the state point and this is second state point. So first state point, the system which will be described by its property. The property of a first statement is pressure is P1 and volume is V1. At a second state point, the pressure is P2 and volume is V2, like that. Okay, so particular state point system which will be described by its property, that is called as state point. That is called as state point. Okay, next, change of state. So change of state is nothing but what? So before that we'll discuss about equilibrium. So what is that equilibrium? The word equilibrium implies a state of balance. Okay, equilibrium is nothing but the state of balance. In an equilibrium state there are no unbalanced potential. There is no unbalanced potential. So state of balance is nothing but equilibrium. State of balance, there is no unbalanced potential in the system, that is called as equilibrium. Okay, then the different types of equilibrium is there. First one is thermal equilibrium, second one is mechanical equilibrium, third one is chemical equilibrium, like that. So different equilibrium properties there. Thermal equilibrium is nothing but if the temperature is same throughout the entire system. If the temperature is same throughout the entire system, then it is called as thermal equilibrium. Then mechanical equilibrium is nothing but there is no change in the pressure at any point of a system with the time. Okay, so there is no change in pressure. Okay, there is no change in pressure in the system, that is called as mechanical equilibrium. Chemical is nothing but no chemical reaction occurs. No chemical reaction occurs, that is called as chemical equilibrium. Okay, so next we'll see change of state. So change of state is nothing but any changes that the system goes from one equilibrium point to another equilibrium point. Okay, that is called as change of state. Okay, that is also called as any operation in which one or two property of a system changes is called as change of state. Okay, change of state. Next we'll see what is that change of state. Change of state is nothing but the process. Okay, so process is nothing but system changes goes from one equilibrium state to another equilibrium state. Okay, that is called as change of state. Okay, so here this is one of the system, this is a second system. System change goes from one equilibrium state. This is a one equilibrium state and this is second state. System changes from one equilibrium state to another equilibrium state, then it is called as change of state or as process. It is also called as process. I hope all of you understood. This is one first system, this is second system. The system changes from one equilibrium state to another equilibrium state, then it is called as process or change of state. Okay, so system changes from one equilibrium state to another equilibrium state, then it is called as process or process or change of state. Okay, next one, see the path. So path is nothing but here one more state is there. Here one more state is there. The state point at a particular state, it will be described by its property, right? So P3 as well as V3. So for this state, the pressure is P3 and volume is V3. Next, path is nothing but series of state through which system passes. Series of state through which system passes is called as path of process. Okay, so path of the process, this is called as path. So here one more system is there, here one more system, right? Series of state through which system passes, series of state through which system passes is called as path of the process. Path of the process, that is called as path of the process. I hope all of you understood what is that path of process. Series of state through which system passes is called as path of process. Okay, so next we'll see. So we already studied what is that process. So and also we've seen the what is that path. Okay, so next we'll see the concept of work and heat. Okay, so work is nothing but what? So work, we so before that we are going to study about heat. What is that heat? Heat is defined as a form of energy. Heat is a form of energy that is transferred between two system, that is transfer between two system, either system and surrounding. I already shown in the last slide what is that system and what is that surrounding. Heat is defined as a form of energy that transferred between the two system or system as well as surrounding by virtue of its temperature difference. If the temperature is different between the system as well as surrounding, then heat transfers take place between system as well as surrounding. So usually the heat transfers take place from a region of higher temperature to a region of by lower temperature, so by virtue of its temperature difference. So which temperature is lower, so heat is transferring take place, that is called as heat. Okay, so heat is defined as a form of energy that is transferred between the two systems, either system or surrounding, by virtue of its temperature difference, by virtue of its temperature difference. So only if the temperature is difference between the system as well as surrounding, then heat transfer take place. Okay, that is called as heat. Then what is that work? So work, so if energy interaction between the two system, either system and its surrounding, is not caused by the temperature difference, so temperature difference is not considered in the work, so that is called as work. Energy interaction take place between the system as well as surrounding is not caused by the temperature difference, that is called as work. Okay, so work formula is like this: pressure into volume, PV. Okay, so with respect to 1 to 2, so the unit of work is Newton meter or joule. Okay, the unit of work is Newton meter or joule. So it is not depends on the temperature, difference in temperature, that is called as work. I hope all of you understood the what is that. So pressure is nothing but what? The pressure is defined as the force exerted by a fluid per unit area. Force exerted by a fluid per unit area, that is called as pressure. So force per unit area, force divided by area. The unit of pressure is Newton per meter square. So the volume of unit is meter cube. So that Newton per meter square. So pressure unit is Newton per meter square. Then volume unit is meter cube. So this will cancel each other. Remaining thing is Newton meter. So work unit is Newton meter or joules. Okay. Next, temperature. What is that temperature? We'll see. So the temperature is a measure of hotness or coldness. It is defined as a measure of hotness or coldness, that is nothing but temperature. So measure of hotness or coldness, that is called as temperature. Next, different scale is there, unit of measuring the temperature, that is Kelvin, or we can also calculate it by Fahrenheit and degree Celsius. These are the main unit. Okay, Kelvin and degree Celsius and Fahrenheit. Okay, so temperature is a measure of hotness or coldness. Next, steady flow process. What is that steady flow process? Steady flow process is nothing but is defined as a process during which a fluid flows through a control volume steady. So control volume is nothing but the one volume. Okay, fluid flows through the control volume. So this is called as one control volume. The fluid flows through the control volume steadily is called as steady flow process. Okay, with respect to time. So if the fluid flows with respect to time is called the steady flow is nothing but process during which the fluid flows through the control volume steadily. Okay, is not that is called as steady flow process. Okay. Next, cycle is nothing but what? Cycle. So system is said to have undergone a cycle if it return to its initial state at the end of process. For a cycle initial, so it will be starting at one state point. Okay, the process will be starting at one state point and it will be goes to another state point. Like that, it will be changes from one state point to another state point. That is called as path of process. After completing all the process, again that will return to its original state point, then it is called as cycle. then that type of process is called as cycle of a process. Okay, cycle of a process. Okay, I hope all of you understood this thing. So next, we already studied what is that heat. Heat is a mode of energy transfer that take place between the system and its surrounding solely due to its temperature difference. Because of this temperature difference, te temperature difference, the heat is flowing from system as well as surrounding. Okay, the different mode of heat transfer are conduction, convection, radiation. These are the different mode of heat transfer. So what is that conduction? So conduction is one of the mode of heat transfer. Heat transfers take place between system and surrounding by virtue of its temperature difference. So that is nothing but heat. So conduction is nothing but heat transfer take place between two solid surface when they are contact with each other. That is called as conduction. Understood? So heat transfers take place between two solid surface. Okay, so consider this is a one solid surface and this is one more solid surface. Okay, two solid surface are in contact with each other. So two solid surface are in contact with each other. Then so two solid surface are contact with each other, then heat transfers take place. Consider this is temperature T1 and this is temperature T2. So here T2 temperature is lower than T1 temperature, then heat transfers take place from T1 to T2. Heat transfers take place from T1 to T2. This type of heat transfer is called as conduction. Okay, so conduction is nothing but it is one of the mode of heat transfer. Heat transfers take place from between the two system when they are contact with each other, two solid surface when they are contact with each other. Okay, so that is type of heat transfer is called as conduction. Next, what is that convection? So what is that convection? Convection is one similar to that of conduction. Then heat transfers take place between two fluid or one solid to fluid. Okay, so that type of heat transfer is called as convection. So heat transfer take place between two fluids or between solid as well as fluid. That type of heat transfer is called as convection. So for example, here there are convection is nothing but two different types. One is natural convection as well as forced convection. Natural convection is nothing but flowing of water in a river. Okay, then it will be flowing of water, then heat transfer that earth surface having more temperature, then heat transfer take place from earth surface, that is a solid surface, to fluid. That type of heat transfer is called as convection. Next, that is called as natural convection. So due to density difference, water is flowing in a river. Due to density difference, water is flowing in a river. That is called as natural convection. Next, forced convection. Forced convection by with the help of pump, water is moving from one place to another place. At that time also the heat is transferring take place from solid surface to fluid. In that type of heat transfer is called as forced convection heat transfer. So forced convection heat transfer. I hope all of you understood the difference between the conduction as well as convection. Conduction is nothing but the heat transfer take place between two solid surface. Convection is nothing but heat transfers take place between fluids, two fluids or solid and fluid. Okay, so next, radiation. Radiation is nothing but energy emitted energy emitted to the atmosphere. Okay, so heat is exchange take place, heat is transfers to the atmosphere. So if you boil the water, what happens? That it is converted into vapor, then heat transfers take place to the atmosphere. That type of heat transfer is called as radiation. If you burn the if you supply heat to the water, it is converting from liquid state to vapor state, then heat transfers take place to atmosphere. That type of heat transfer is called as radiation. So I already discussed the conduction, convection as well as radiation. I hope all of you understood the difference between conduction, convection as well as radiation. Okay, so next, comparison of work and heat. What is the comparison? Similarity. So both are path function. Okay, path function. Both are boundary phenomenon. both are associated with a process, not a state. So system possess energy but not work or heat. Okay, dissimilarity: in heat transfer, temperature difference is required. So in a stable system, there cannot be work transfer. However, there is no restriction for the transfer of heat. Okay, heat is low grade energy while work is high grade energy. Heat is low grade energy and work is high grade energy. So I hope all of you understood the different thermodynamic system and its concepts and state of a system, path of a system, process, and different properties of a thermodynamic system, intensive property as well as extensive property, and what is pressure, what is temperature. So everything we already studied in this class. So and heat and work, what is the difference between heat as well as work, and along with that, the concept of conduction, convection, radiation, everything we studied. So next class we'll study about the different uh, laws of thermodynamics. So zeroth law, first law, second law, third law, everything we'll study in the next class. I hope all of you understood this concept. If you have any doubt, please approach me. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you one and all.